Hello, everyone. Welcome to the SQL Beginner to Advanced course. The course will comprises of 10 modules, which will be taken one after another, starting with Module 1, Introduction to Databases and Structured Query Language. Today, we are starting our journey into the world of structured query language, or simply SQL. This is the foundation module, so let's begin. Before we dive in, let me quickly show you what we will cover in this module. By the end of today's session, you will understand what SQL really is and why it matters, the history and evolution of SQL, why SQL is so powerful and in high demand, how SQL compares to traditional spreadsheets, where SQL is used in real world and its huge role in digital economy. So let's get started. Let me paint a clear picture for you. Structured Query Language, or SQL, is the universal language for managing and analyzing data in relational databases. Since the 1970s, SQL has become the backbone of almost every major business system you can think of: banking, e-commerce, healthcare, government, education, and data analytics platforms. Its syntax is clear and declarative, meaning you simply tell the database what you want and it figures out how to get it. SQL turns raw data into real business value. It is the ideal foundation for anyone who wants to enter the data-driven world. So what exactly is SQL? SQL stands for Structured Query Language. It is a standardized high-level language used for managing and querying data inside relational database management systems, RDBMS for short. One of the most beautiful things about SQL is that it is declarative. You don't have to tell the computer step by step how to find the data. You just say what you want. Let me show you something exciting. Your test SQL statement. Here is the simple one. The query says select hello world as greeting. So the output would be greeting hello world. Look at that. Clean, readable, and powerful. SQL is standardized by ISO. It is declarative, set-based, and cross-platform and used in almost every industry today. Now, let's look at how SQL came to be. The journey started in 1974 when IBM developed SQL, Structured English Query Language. In 1979, Oracle released the first commercial SQL database. By 1986, ANSI published the first official SQL standard. In 1992, SQL 92 became the most widely used version. Over the years, new standards kept coming, adding Windows functions, JSON support, and much more. Today, we are at SQL 2023, and SQL is deeply integrated with cloud platforms like Azure SQL, AWS, RDS, and Google Cloud SQL. SQL has truly stood the test of time. Why SQL becomes so popular? Here are the main reasons. First, it is universally supported. Almost every company uses SQL in one form or another. Second, It has extremely high demand. It is consistently ranked as one of the top skills in data-related job posting. Third is simple yet powerful. You can write basic queries in minutes and advanced analytics in just a few hours. It is also has a massive ecosystem. It integrates beautifully with Python, Power BI, Tableau, Excel, and all major cloud platforms. Most importantly, SQL is a career accelerator. It opens doors to roles like data analyst, business intelligence analyst, database administrator, data engineer, and many more. And the best part is many databases like SQL, PostgreSQL, and SQLite are completely free and open source. Now, let's look at a quick comparison to understand why SQL is so much better than traditional methods in handling data. Look at this table. When it comes to data volume, SQL can easily handle millions to billions of records, while spreadsheets like Excel start struggling after about 1 million rows. When we talk of scalability, SQL offers enterprise-grade horizontal scaling, while traditional data handling methods like spreadsheets slow down or crash with large data. Features like transactions, data integrity is also strongly enforced in SQL through keys and constraints, but in spreadsheet, it's mostly manual and error-prone. Relationships are built in with foreign keys in SQL, while in Excel you have to do manual VLOOKUPs. And security in SQL is role-based, with row and column level control, much stronger than basic password protection in spreadsheets. Clearly, when data becomes serious, SQL wins. Now, many people ask, what about NoSQL? Here is a simple comparison. SQL uses fixed tables and a strict schema, while NoSQL is flexible and schemaless. SQL gives you a strong ACID guarantees, very important for transactions, while NoSQL usually offers eventually consistency. Relationships in SQL are handled beautifully with joins and foreign keys, and most importantly, SQL has one standardized query language, while NoSQL tools have different languages. Use SQL when you need accuracy, relationships, and transactions, while use NoSQL when you need extreme flexibility and massive scale with rapidly changing data. Application of SQL. Where SQL actually used? Almost everywhere in banking and finance for transaction records and fraud detection, in e-commerce for managing products, orders, and customer data, in healthcare for patient records and billing, in education for student management and grading systems, in retail and logistics for inventory and supply chain analytics, and in data warehousing, business intelligence for powering reports and dashboards in tools like Power BI and Tableau. SQL in digital economy. SQL is not just a technical tool. It plays a huge role in digital economy. It powers data-driven decisions by turning raw data into revenue insights. It enables real-time analytics for fraud detection and personalized offers. SQL supports gig economy. There are thousands of high-paying SQL jobs on Upwork and Fiverr, and it creates entrepreneurship opportunities through software as a tool, as a service tools and reporting services. SQL in action. Let me show you how clean and powerful SQL looks in action. Here is a simple customer query. The query says select customer ID, first name, last name, email from customers table where country is Nigeria and you order the result by last name. So the result of the query is in tabular form like this. The table consists of customer ID, first name, last name, and email address. Look at how readable and professional this is. SQL is clean, powerful, and gets straight to the point. SQL career domains. With these skills, what careers can you pursue? You can become data analyst, business intelligence analyst, database administrator, data engineer, back-end developer, SQL developer, or even work as a freelancer offering data cleaning, reporting, and migration services. Before we finish, let's talk about some important first principles, that is do's and don'ts in SQL. Use upper cases for SQL keywords like select, from, where. Write readable queries with proper indentation and always test queries on small data first. Use meaningful table and column names. Learn, explain, and execution plans early. Comment your complex logic. Use version control for your SQL secret. And while working with SQL, do not do this. Do not use select with asterisks in production, and do not write queries without a where clause. You may delete everything. Do not ignore constraints and data types, and do not hard-code password or secret. Do not skip backups before using drop or alter. Do not copy and paste code without understanding it. Future trends in XAM. Finally, let's look ahead. SQL is not going anywhere. It is actually growing stronger. We are seeing more cloud-native databases like Azure SQL, AWS Aurora, and Google Cloud SQL, AI-assisted SQL tools that let you write queries in natural language, hybrid SQL, NoSQL solution like Postgre SQL with JSONB and Snowflake, real-time analytics using streaming, SQL, and major performance improvement with columnar storage and vector indices for AI. To wrap up Module 1, we have introduced SQL as the foundation of modern data management, a powerful, standardized, and career-boosting language used worldwide. We explore its history, strengths, real-world applications, and its central role in the digital economy. This understanding now prepares you for the hands-on technical learning that begins in Module 1, that begins in Module 2. Thank you for joining me today, and let's get to Module 2.